Okay. Hi. It's your girl Belladonna Krishano here with your mid-month reading. Scorpio. Hey, what's going on? Long time no see. Actually, it's only been 2 weeks, but whatever. Anyway, so I wanted to go ahead and get your guys' reading done. There was a lot going on. This Mercury retrograde was not necessarily the kindest to a lot of people. Um, to some people it was all right, obviously. But to a lot of us it was just kind of annoying. It kind of always is. Just the nature of the beast. So, anyway, I went ahead and pre-shuffled your guys' cards. I'm just letting you know you might hear some noises in the background. I am at home, so that's just that. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first card I pulled out was the Sun card. Okay. So I feel like during this Mercury retrograde, there might have been a lot of contemplation in regards to what is it that's going to make me happy, and how do I merge things within my life in order to accommodate that feeling of happiness, that feeling of freedom. Okay. We have the Unified Field card. And so, like I said, this kind of feels like there is a lot of like, okay, well, how can I like be happy in my work life and my romantic life and my personal life, and how can all those things kind of converge? It's like you can't necessarily have a job where you travel all the time and then have a successful relationship with somebody who wants you there all the time. It's like it doesn't really work that way. And so there's been just been a lot of contemplation as to how do we move forward. um, I feel like you guys might have had some opportunities that presented itself, the Ace of Flames, that were definitely something that you were totally into, but you're sort of waiting for things to sort of pan out. It looks like probably the beginning of the year, things are going to pan out a lot um, sooner than you would expect. And so, yeah, so we're just kind of waiting on things to sort of pan out. We're waiting for, messages, uh, perhaps emails, contracts to be signed, etc. And it seemed like everything sort of kind of came to a standstill with Mercury retrograde happening. So we're waiting on those things. But they will begin. And not only will they begin, but you will eventually master it, whatever it is. Now, if we're also talking in terms of if we're talking in terms of relationships, I would say that this would tell me that everything hasn't necessarily gelled or vibed in regards to who you are as a person and your relationship that you're in. And now you're trying to figure out exactly which road do I take in order to be able to, like I said, to manifest the happiness that you seek, that you desire. Uh, and that might have been kind of the Ace of Flames in reverse, might be that you're actually contemplating what decision you're going to make, and that there will be a new beginning elsewhere. So it's like you're probably going to make a decision that it's probably time for you to consider your other options. And Ace of Song says that you're going to start something or somewhere new. This could also be rekindling of relationships. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to walk away or anyone's going to walk away from you, but it could be rekindling of a relationship. Going back to work. If this is in regards to work, can you have a job that works you 15, 16 hours a day and still live a life? Can you? Maybe you can, maybe you can't, but you've definitely been contemplating that. And, you have some opportunities that are there, but nothing has necessarily like come out and bit you. So you're like, it's just, I know that it's there. I know that it's coming, but I just don't have the opportunity yet, you know? Um, some of you might have found yourself in a situation where you had an excess of opportunities. Maybe some people coming out of the woodworks. Mercury retrograde is very famous for that. Maybe if this is in regards to a work situation, maybe you've had a lot of choices on the table. Maybe it's not that you have a lack of choices, that you have too many choices, and all of them look great in one aspect or another, but maybe they don't all. There's not necessarily one that is like popping out at you and saying like, yeah, this is totally it. This is everything I've been waiting for. Now, a big problem with that could be your manifestation. Now, this isn't in the reading. This is not in the card set, but I'm just going to tell you what I feel. It might pop out later. But I feel like, sometimes when we're thinking about what we want life to look like, sometimes what we end up doing is we start picturing this whole big thing, and then we start adding things on top of it, but nothing's very specific. It's not very strategized. It's not like, and then I get the house, and then I get the car, and then I get the da 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 da. No, it's all like, yeah, I want the house and the car and this and that and da 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 da, and it's like, I hope you can understand da 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 da. I hope those are words that you understand. My point is like sometimes you're manifesting too many things at once without really without really being specific. And the universe, the spirits around you, or God, or whoever you believe in, wants you to be specific. Will give you exactly what you want, but you have to be specific. And abstractions cause abstract results. So, it's like you have to kind of know what you want. And maybe this is a time to kind of go back and figure out what that is. The excess card could also be that either you or someone around you might have been like popping bottles just a little too much, and maybe you need to slow it down. Because I have the strength card in reverse. And the strength card in reverse is not necessarily talking about weakness, but it's talking about, if we're talking about the sign of Leo, right? If there's like a Leo around or something like that, we're talking about Leo. This is kind of like the not the greatest aspects of Leo. So, Leos can be loyal, and Leos can be, your best friends, and da 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 da. And Leos can be, really humble. On the opposite end, Leos can also be very narcissistic on some level. I am a Leo. I do know this. That's also my mom's clock going off. So we're going to pause for a second while that continues to do its thing. Sorry about that. My mom loves that clock. I don't. Anyway, but this can kind of also indicate, let me put this over here. This can also indicate that you're kind of in a place where you don't feel empowered enough to move forward. Maybe all these choices have sort of burdened you down, and you don't really have the confidence that you need to be able to press forward in any decision at this moment. You know, and so this is kind of talking about that. So let's add a few more cards in this to sort of clarify. Okay. Okay. So, um, the Fool of Earth. Okay. Now, this could be an earth sign in your life, but for me, excuse me, this indicates that, oh, you can't even see the name of it. Okay. Fool of Earth. There you go. You're getting ready to start something new that is going to include, that's going to give you an opportunity, rather, for you to have more stability within your life, even mental stability within your life, emotional stability. You're gonna have the potential. Now, potential doesn't necessarily guarantee that you will have those things. That's up to you, which is where the effort card comes up. So the effort card is here and basically saying like, this can all like come to fruition, and your life can be more balanced and more harmonious and happy. You could feel free and things like that, but you're going to have to put in a little bit of effort, a little bit of work. And maybe the work is working on your own confidence. Maybe the work is working on your relationship and making it more, and you actually taking the accountability to say that perhaps my relationship isn't working because I'm not making it work. You know, for those who are single, so there's single people out there, this can also indicate that, if you want to have a relationship, if you want to have, sort of those things, you're going to have to go out there and get them. You can't stay home and drink and watch Netflix. Like, you're gonna have to go out, you're gonna have to make the effort to get to know other people. You can't leave your heart closed and expect someone to just like go and take a hammer and just knock that bitch down. It's just not gonna happen. So, you're gonna have to make a little bit more effort. But with making a little bit more effort, we have the King of Spirits that comes in. Now, this could be a person, okay? This can be a person who represents kind of air energies. It's like kind of like the Swords card. And so this is someone who's stable. This is somebody who definitely knows how to be protective and knows how to delegate things, you know. And this is definitely a good card. This could also indicate you, you know, and this doesn't have to be male or female. It's just the king represented, but it doesn't have to be male or female. But this could be you, and this could be you in a place where, on one hand, if we're talking about like the swords card, it could be that maybe you're just a little bit too cold, too jaded. But this also could be somebody who's a little bit more direct in what they want. You know, this is someone who doesn't really take, you know, has taken all the past experiences and have been like, I don't take bullshit. I am going to press forward in, like, you know, in being able to capture what it is that I want versus like being so scattered and all over the place. And so with a little bit more effort, you become a little bit more clear and then you become the king of spirits. So let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Temperance. Okay, the Temperance card. And so this is the ultimate alchemical card, you know. So this is saying that if you're willing to balance both your passion and your I'm trying to remember what it is, your passion and your drive, rather, if you're willing to be a little bit more patient, if you're willing to sort of like just kind of balance the energies around you, then you'll be able to, King of Songs, master your world. Master you're the master of ceremonies. You'll be able to master, you know, the kind of elements around you and be able to balance things the way that you want, to be able to manifest, you know, what it is that you want more clearly. Okay, so that's what I got. That's what I got. Especially coming into the new year. This is from like December 15th ish to like January 15th ish. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. Thank you for coming. It's good to see you. I'll talk to you guys next month. Like, share, subscribe, comment, um, follow. That's a thing. I think that's it. Okay, bye.